Welcome to the web training video for TracerPro's phone software for HOAs. During this video, I'll explain the creation of a new violation and the updating of an existing violation. I've already downloaded my association, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and select the association, and now the tabs at the bottom become active. To create violations, all I have to do is go into the Inspection tab, and I'm presented with a list of all of the addresses that exist in the Tracer system. Now, in this, I can search for a specific address. I can filter down based on the name of the street through the search functionality. Through Android, all you have to do is tap the magnifying glass on the phone to bring up the search text field. And I can then search based on, say, only Hearthstone. And when I click Go, it will filter the results. So there are 29 properties for Hearthstone. And now only those 29 properties show on this list. And this list, of course, scrolls, and it can be refreshed at any time on the Android devices by pressing the menu button to bring up the pop-up menu at the bottom and click the refresh button. On the iPhone, the search functionality is available to you at the top of the page. Whatever you type into that search bar will filter the results. To remove that filter, all you have to do is press the X next to your search filter. Now on this page there are two things I want to bring your attention to. The first is this record count at the top. Right now we're looking at the first 100 property addresses out of 153. If I wanted to see the next page of records, what I would do on the Android device, I would bring up my menu, and I have these page forward and page back buttons. In this case, there are 53 records that are not showing on this page, so if I wanted to see them, I could click the page forward button. On the iPhone software, up at the top right and top left of the screen, you'll have a page forward and a page back button for you to click on. Now, the other thing that I want to bring to your attention on this screen is these numbers next to each one of these properties. The gray number denotes an open record that exists in the Tracer system that you have not made changes to since you downloaded this community. A green number denotes a record that you have updated or created that is still open, and that will show you that there are records that exist on the phone that have not yet been synced back to Tracer. So, in the case of say 4084 Hearthstone Drive, if there was one record that was open, I would see a 1 here. And if I went in and I updated that record with new information, that record would then become green, leaving me with a 0 in gray and a 1 in green. Now, since there are no open records on this property, maybe I went out and I saw that there was a problem with their lawn being overgrown. I can select that property, and on the iPhone it will bring me on to the next page. With the Android, you have to click on View Records at the bottom of the screen, and it will give you a list of all of the violations that exist for this property. In this case, there are none, so we've got a blank list. Now, I've seen that there is a problem with their lawn being overgrown, so all I have to do is click the plus sign in the top right corner. This is the same on the iPhone as it is with the Android. I'll select my violation type. It's a landscaping violation. And I'll select my violation template, mow lawn. And as you can see, it automatically populates my description and my cure for me. The only thing I need to do now is take a picture and click Done. Taking a picture, time and date stamps the image, and it captures the GPS coordinates of where you're standing when you take the picture. So you get a picture proving that the violation exists, the time and date stamp on the photo tells the property owner that it existed when you said it existed, and the GPS coordinates prove that you were at the location that you say you are at, 4084 Hearthstone Drive. All of that information is attached to the violation record when it's synced back to Tracer. Now, if I forget to take a picture, let's say I'm out and I have a homeowner come up to me and ask me a question. When I click the Done button, if I haven't taken a picture, it warns me. It asks me if I want to take a picture. You will only ever get this pop-up if you've forgotten to take a picture on this record. Now, taking a picture is an important step. It's 2 clicks of the button to take a time and date stamped photo and grab the GPS. It's a lot of information in just 2 clicks of a button, and it makes your life a lot easier, reducing the number of calls that you receive from homeowners saying it's not my property, you didn't see that violation, it doesn't exist, I took those trash cans in before you got out there, there's no way you could have seen those trash cans out. Well, if you have a time and date stamped photo of their trash cans on the curb at the time when you said that they were there, there's not a lot that that person can argue. So in this case, I'll go ahead and I'll click no because I don't want to take a picture. But when I take a picture, it uses the innate camera functionality of the phone. So the Android phone, you can use the zoom functions on the iPhone and the Android. You can use the light balancing. You can turn on and off the flash. You have full capability when you're taking your pictures to make sure that the picture is of good quality and it's captured at the same resolution of the camera on the phone. Now, once you've clicked done, you'll get 3 options. You can discard what you've done, including any pictures that you've taken. You can click save and quit, which will save this record and bring you back to the list of property addresses. Or you can click create another inspection, which will bring you back, as I'm about to right now, it will bring you back to the list of violations for this particular address. So we're still looking at 4084 Hearthstone Drive, and now we have details about this violation I just created. I created a landscaping violation. It's a mow lawn violation, and it was created today, and it has not been updated other than today because it's a new record. In the future, say 7 days from now, I can come back and I can look at this and I can see that a record was created today, and in 7 days I might want to follow up on this problem. So I can then select it, click on View Items, and I can see that now it's an open record for mow lawn, open because it's got a green circle with an O in it, and it's a mow lawn, and I've not taken any picture for this record. So I can select mow lawn by clicking anywhere here, and I can view the details for this violation by clicking View Details in the bottom. Now, this page is read-only. I can view all of the information about this violation, description, cure, and I can edit it if I want to. Let's say I go out 7 days again from now, and I want to take a picture that the violation still exists. They have not mowed their lawn. I can click on Edit, and the only thing that I need to do to update this record is snap a picture by clicking this camera icon. Now, if this record has been corrected, I can mark it as closed as well. Now, when I click on the camera icon, it brings up my camera functionality. I can snap a quick picture of the record, and you're going to not see the image in the viewport because my phone is currently connected to the computer and it doesn't want to show it. But what I'm seeing right now is a copy of what I just captured, so I can either choose to retake that image or I can choose to use it on the record. And I'm going to go ahead and choose to use it on the record. I'm going to click OK. And now I can come back in here and I can view the image that I just captured if I want to. It will allow me on that page to delete the image. It would allow me to take another picture if I want to replace it. Or if I'm happy with what I've done so far, all I have to do is click the Done button. And that saves my changes. You can see now I have a thumbnail of the picture that I just captured. The record is still open. And I've just updated the record. Now, once that record has been updated on the phone, when it's synced back to Tracer, it will automatically trigger the system to generate the next level of notification. So if this was a first notification and 7 days from now I went out and took another picture, it would trigger it to move it up to a second level of notification. Now, since I've created this record today, when I sync it back to the system, it will show up as a first level of notification. And all I have to do to send those records back to Tracer is to click on the Sync button in the bottom right corner, and it will present me with a list of all of the records that I've made changes to today. I can then click Sync in the bottom left to send those records wirelessly up to the Tracer system. This can be done from the field, it can be done from a Wi-Fi connection, or it can be done from a 3G network connection. Once those records have been sent up to the system, it will let me know the record synced successfully. I can click OK, and it'll bring me back to my organization page. Now, the reason why it brings me back to the organization page is that after it syncs all of the records from the system, or from the phone to the system, it will clear off all the data on the phone, leaving you with a fresh phone, no images clogging up your SD card, so you can capture as many images as you want without having to worry about running out of space.